I don't know that I've coached against a team that was any hotter than Purdue was today. Even we're going 10 for 12 in the first half. You know, I thought there were times that we were near them, and DJ Bird and Ryan Smith really, and Robbie Hummel just lit us up, and I think that's been hurting us all year long, but especially those last few minutes of the first half. It was a 5-point game, and next thing you know, it's a 15, 16-point game at halftime, and you know, and it just got worse after that. But we battled back, we get it back to a respectable area there, and then we can't finish around the basket because I felt like we had some momentum there when we were pressing. I thought Joe Coleman was really played with unbelievable energy. Rodney had an excellent all-around game. You know, just we got to do a better job of guarding the three. And, so trying to come out with some positive things in this game, and I thought, you know, something when you lose, it's hard to find those, but I thought there were some positive things today. Again, obviously shaking up the lineup, didn't get the win, but I thought we got some good things out of guys. That's all. Okay. Any questions?
What about Sampson didn't play much in the second half?
Well, it's just, you know, the speed. When they go with the small lineup the way they did, and us trying to get back into it, it's hard to play out big guys in that situation. We needed speed and quickness, and both Elliott. You know, that's why we tried to go with Andre Ingram, because you know he's quicker than both Elliott and Ralph. And when you're behind like that, it's just when you're trying to press and trap and rotate, it's hard for those guys, you know, Ralph to play in that type of game.
Did you sense that your guys looked a little discouraged at the end of the first half for all those threes? Just
it was pretty discouraging because they're, you know, one of the things we have a saying, you know, dead on the catch. You know, play the guy as if he, you know, you got to get up on him like his dribble has been used. So, and just get right in his chest and make him dribble right away. And I thought our guys recognized. And then there were times where we didn't really, or we lost the guy, didn't switch out properly and make him do that. So, and, you know, we worked on it, but it's hard to simulate that when you have guys, you know, when they jumping up shooting the ball from about 25 feet out and drilling it like that, it's just hard to guard. But, you know, we got to find a way to, you know, it wasn't so much it was the second shots the first half that just killed us. You know, they scored like 10 or 12 points on second opportunities. I think we had seven offensive rebounds and scored 10 points. So you can't let that, you can't do that, and that's where you lose games. And so I was really disappointed now. Rebounding in the first half, that's something we've struggled with. Even though we won the rebounding battle at the end, you know, that wasn't the case in the first half, and that's what's happening to us early on in games. We're not controlling the boards.
You need a three-point shooter, don't you?
Pardon me?
You need a three-point shooter.
Oh, we shot 50% from threes, so we're not. You know, we're really not I thought, you know, you're not going to. They shot 15 threes and we shot 10. You know, so, and they wouldn't have shot that if they weren't. I don't think they would have been jacking up. If they weren't making them, they probably wouldn't have shot that many threes because they did that at Penn State. But Penn State did a good job in the zone. They were not making their shots. Today they made them, and that's the difference. I thought, you know, we go 5 for 10, and even in the first half we shot 13 for 23, so we're shooting 56%. They shot 56%, but they shot 83 from threes. We shot 80 from threes. So now you try to say, where did that all go? It all came from second shot opportunities, in my opinion.
Can you talk about Jackson being able to go to the basket?
That's the other thing. Everybody that we're running into, well, there's Michigan, with their point guard. And we're really getting broken down on against them. And lots of times we're, you know, it's you got to pick your poison. If you're switching because you got to guard the three, now Jackson is being guarded by somebody that maybe is not by a point guard that's not really able to contain him. But then he was going by all of our guys, and it didn't matter whether it was Andre Holland, or Maverick, or Misi, or Julian, he was going by all, and so we've had that problem with point guards.
After you lost Trevor, you guys won every game in the non-conference, and did it give them a false sense of that we didn't need to work on as much until obviously until you
What's
started
that,
losing?
work on?
Well, I mean, until you started losing and the weaknesses started to show more than when they were winning.
Yeah, it's not, you know, a guy like Trevor was so quick to be able to rotate over and block shots from anywhere, you know, around the basket and you know, and change shots. He may not block them all, but he just had that athleticism that you just can't duplicate. It's sort of like when teams are shooting like this, you can't really, you try to duplicate it in practice and give somebody like, you know, even yesterday we had problems guarding a guy like Otto because he was stretching the defense and shooting it deep, so we were making a point, hey, that's the way you're gonna see it, so let's get up on him. But yeah, I don't think our guys got a false sense of, let's think that the reality is that we don't have that type of athleticism that can on the front line anymore. Elliott and Ralph, you know, they're long and there's, you know, and we can, but when teams are stretching our defense and they got a point guard like Jackson, who's a very talented, very good player, it creates a real problem for us. And, you know, and then we're not rotating over and because what happens when they make the three, now you got a long run to try to get there to take a charge, and it's not working.
With
Tubby.
the team that you've got left, you know, without him, what's the most realistic way you think that you could turn it around? Just with the skills
Oh,
that
we'll be
you're
fine,
left.
we just gotta start. Again, we gotta guard the three-point shot better. We can't have these types of droughts, and guys, I think are learning, you know, we're playing a lot of young guys. I mean, a guy like Elliott is giving us positive minutes. Joe Coleman is coming in and giving us positive minutes. You know, Andre Holland is getting better, you know, he is a freshman, and like I told him in the locker room, you know, this is the Big Ten, man, you know, it's different than the preseason. And not so much that, because we've been in just about every game. This is the first game we got so far behind that we like that. I mean, even every game up until this point, I thought we played good defense, we were in the ball game, had opportunities. This one, we didn't give ourselves a chance at the end because we just couldn't, whether our legs were gone trying to catch up, we couldn't finish around the basket. I'm just thinking about, I mean, they must have blocked, 6 shots that were right at the basket, but we had 7, you know, and so you look at it, and this is the way it's been the whole time. You look at the box score, you say, boy, they're right there. Where'd you lose the game? So 3 of the 4 games were lost because we didn't execute in certain situations, or didn't make a shot, or didn't finish. And but it all goes back to getting those defensive stops. Just like today, we didn't get the defensive stops. So where we go from here, we got to get busy working a lot harder in the things we need to improve on, and that's obviously guarding the 3-point shot and finishing around the basket. You know, you're guarding. Maybe we can come up with some type of, I don't know how to come up with, you know, the defense is going to stop point guards from just going by guys like they're not there. You know, but we'll work on it and get better.
We'll take 2 more.